what's like you guys mentioned that they're gonna be the favorites to win. What's gonna be the detriment to them having that favoritism to win the championship? What would hinder them from winning the championship if at this point it's Golden State's out of the picture?
Well, their bench has showed that bench is good.
Yeah.
So I can't really say the bench. You got Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, Mo Harkless. I'm not quite sure at this point. They're off to a good start. Probably, I would say, like I said, the two of them sharing the ball. That's probably, I would say, for now.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest factor for sure.
Yeah.
What about to me? I think it's injuries. I feel like
Oh,
these guys can't stay.
Well, Kawhi's chronic injury.
Yeah, both of them.
And that
I don't know if it's just load managed or
Yeah, it's actually not official when it comes to NBA. When you want to say if you want to say he has rest, you have to claim it. It's actually
they got fined.
his injury. Yeah, they got fined for it.
They're inconsistent with their reports.
Yeah.
Because it's not load management isn't legit, right? This is something that we came up with last year, right? Or now they're trying to bring it over to the Clippers, so it's not.
It's true.
Yeah.
Them as a big three with Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan. How do you compare that to the big three in the history of the NBA? It's because of what they have accomplished and how long they've stayed together as a core for the Spurs.
I believe they carried that tradition of fundamental basketball,
exactly.
Especially they had Popovich as a coach. Yeah,
basketball.
Yeah, that's what it was. A lot of movement and everything. Basically how Pop utilized him and his team and how he carried on from the next teams that he's developed over the years, right? So.
They're just probably the trio that blended the best, I would say. No egos, all put the egos out the door and just got the work done. They just won championships after championships, and they're great leaders, as you can see. After their careers now, all three jerseys up in that AT&T Center, all beside each other. That's a pretty cool moment. Yeah.
I mean, for Tony Parker, I feel like he was not the kind of person that you just kind of drafted and hopefully he was already good. He was developed by Pop. Him and Manu was, they were undiscovered. They kind of brought attention to the NBA in terms of, God, there's amazing European players or international players, not just people from the US. And I think they were the ones that kind of paved the way. Them and along with Dirk are saying there is a lot of really good talented European players.
They provided that open door for the next, European basketball players today that we see, right? So, Matt Thomas is one of them. Well, not really, but he's it's just that, you know what I mean, for the opportunity given to them.
Yeah, for sure. Ginobili and Parker, they weren't lottery picks. They were late first round, early second round. So those are, like you said, they open the door for those types of players that doesn't matter where you get drafted. As long as you can hoop, I
agree. What do you think, James?
My favorite, actually, memorable moment for him is when he made that clutch shot against the Miami Heat in Game 1 in 2013. So for Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Duncan, they were the big three, but they kind of accepted their roles. And that's the difference of a lot of superstars right now. Sometimes they don't accept their roles and they end up losing the game, kind of like Kyrie, what happened to Kyrie. So every year they come back. Every year they always made it to playoffs and they somehow make it to the championship. So another question is tonight, Paul George is coming back. What do you guys think about the Clippers?
I think a clear favorite. It's scary to think how good they already are with just Kawhi.
Championship contenders is what I'm claiming.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that for sure they're contenders on paper, but PG's my guy. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA, but I still gotta see the two of them play together. Very style of play is very similar, and they have Lou Williams, all three of them that want the ball, and we'll see how that works offensively, but defensively, we know what we'll get. All NBA defense, basically length as probably the biggest length out of the whole NBA is the Clippers, and they're shutdown defenders, but I still have to see them play offensively together for me to be fully convinced.
They are the best two-way
for
by
sure.
far, in the NBA franchise, right? So.
In NBA history, though, steal shots, that's one of the best pitches ever.
How tough were they, though?
Huh?
How tough were they in their bag, though?
No, it's
But you were someone you had to guard. You were a rare person who could guard Shaq, and you had to guard both of them at times.
I was the roamer. I was the double guy because it fit like weight-wise. I couldn't do nothing with that dude. If I did get caught on him, all I had to do was try to front him, and he just pushed me up the lane. They throw the bitch.
How
over
strong
the top.
was he?
Impossible to guard.
Impossible.
Yeah. Listen, man. So you pick your poison. Do you try to play him straight up? You know what he gonna do.
Eat.
Do you double?
Swings.
Now you got Derek Fisher going 4 for 7, Robert Horry going 2 for 5, Devin George going 2 for 5. Like it's just
pick your poison.
So then what do you do? And then you got the other animal that one-on-one is destroying us.
Everybody in the world.
Shaq averaging 36, he averaging 26, whatever. Like, dude, it was impossible.
I caught 05 Shaq. I didn't catch. I caught 01 Shaq, bro. I caught 05 Shaq, and like you look at video and you're like, damn, he's so big. As a human being, he's not supposed to move like that. I was playing in New York, right? We're up. I know he probably went out the night before, so I'm like, I'm not gonna say shit, right? I'm gonna just let this game go by. Third quarter comes and he's doing okay. They're down 6. He looks at me, he's like, okay, good game, Lil Fry. We got to win this now. And just
Lil Fry.
And it basically fucks me up for the whole quarter. Like, there's no fouling. There's no imagine trying to foul a tree moving like a cat and just dunk after hook shot after dunk. It's just impossible to move a human that big and that he's mean.
Peak Shaq, I just I don't know what you can do really.
Bro, you pray. So when he was in Phoenix,
the big cactus.
Bro, he was rolling down the lane, and I rotated over to take a charge.
Oh.
And when I got there,
He's heavy
I had
at this
already
point.
made the commitment, and I just closed my eyes and I said, God, please. And he hit me and fell on top of me, but it just didn't hurt. I was like surprised, like boom. And I opened my eyes and he looking right at me. He was like, "You lucky you from Jersey. Other than that, I would have killed you." He like looking dead on top of me like, "You lucky you from Jersey." I was like, thank you, big fella. But guarding Shaq was impossible, bro. But when I'm guarding him, we gotta double team him. So it's just like I'm just holding him up as much as I can. And this was my Golden State days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we played small ball, so that means now he gotta guard me on the
Yeah, you're
other
like
end.
the big guy on the team.
You know what I'm saying? So, but we had success. Like I said, we beat him every time. You know what I'm saying? But Shaq was a load, bro.
But with the Shaq shit, there was no fucking guarding him. And Draymond, you're my boy. And they talk, we bring his ass up and pick and roll. Dre, I love your defense. Like he is the way he has played defense has really changed the game. The ability, you were not going in 02. You were not fucking with Shaq, bro. They changed how you had to construct your roster. You had to have 2 or 3 bigs just for fucking fouls. Not like good bigs. We just need bigs there. We need big bodies. He has been the most dominant player in the history of the game of basketball, period. Not LeBron, not Steph, not Magic, MJ. Like Shaq physically was the most dominant player we have ever seen, and maybe will ever see, because of his sheer size, athleticism, skill, footwork, hands, everything.